All right, we are going to be using our Keynote program. This is it here, to transform a selfie into Picasso style picture. So let's open up Keynote. When you come into Keynote, you're going to want to hit the plus sign so that we can start a new presentation. I'm going to select choose a theme, and I'm going to work with a classic white or a basic white. We do not want words in our drawing, so I'm going to tap, and when I see the choices pop up, I'm going to hit delete and get rid of all three of the text boxes on this page so that I have a blank white canvas. Next, I'm going to come up to my plus sign, and before opening Keynote, you want to make sure that you have taken a selfie, nice close-up of your face, and I'm going to pick one of these. With this one. Once you get your picture into the page, you can double tap it. This gives you the ability to crop. So I'm going to get rid of a lot of this background. It's not needed in my picture. Hit done. Then I can drag and make this bigger, so that I'm filling as much of that canvas as I can. When I'm happy with it, I'm going to come up to this plus sign again, and in here you're going to find drawing. And when I open this up, I'm going to have a lot of drawing tools, different options that I can use. Now, I'm going to begin using a pen to outline my face. Because it's Picasso, I am going to change my colors by clicking on that color wheel. Any color choice that you want, you can use. I'll select a bright green. Now I'm going to outline the section or the space that I want into that green, and it will look something like this. Don't want to lose my glasses because that's an important part of my portrait. Now, I'm going to tap on the tube of paint down at the bottom of the screen. And if you look at your color wheel that was down there, that bright green that I used is there. If I tap on it, it's going to match the color recently used. And now that I have the paint, I just tap and it's going to fill that section in for me. So I don't have to spend time coloring back and forth to fill it in. That paint tube will do it for me. I can come back to my pen, and I want to work on this section inside of my glasses. That is my face portrait or face parts. And to get that to work, you need to make sure that your weird spaces are closed. So if I draw this, it's not going to fill anything in, but if I draw and close a circle and then go to my paint can, it's going to fill it in. So come back to my drawing tool here, and I'm gonna come, no, I don't want to do that. All right, so as I come down my face, I'm going to come around all of my nose. Again, Picasso's a strange dude. I'm going to come over here, outline my mouth, divide this section in half, come all the way up my face. Now, if you don't have glasses, it's a little bit easier because you don't have to worry. You can just do one solid line, but I like to leave my glasses there so that I can change them and alter them later on. So here is one side of my face. I've changed it. I've put it into a different color. And then I'm going to come in, open up that color wheel again, and select another color for the other side of my face. Same thing I did with the green. I'm going to work with my pink.
And really try and outline and create these shapes. a strange reflection in my picture, so I'm going to try and make this look more like an eye.
Okay, so I'm starting to break my face up into these different colors. I want to get my neck in there. I'm going to make it smaller so I can see where I'm working. Okay, so then I can come in and I can work on my mouth because it's Picasso. I'm not going to have my mouth be two colors. Starting to look a little strange. For my hair, I like to use just this paint when I do my hair and get my color section to open up so I can pick some colors out for my hair. And that paint tube, if I just kind of start to draw some lines in my hair, it starts to give me these very organic shapes. And just some movement and representation of what my hair might look like if Picasso were to create a portrait of me. All right. Then from there, my glasses. So I do want to work on those glasses because right now they look really strange. The other thing that would make them look strange is we will delete our photo to see where our portrait's at. So in this regards, right now I'm looking a little bit odd. It's telling me my eyes are missing, my glasses. They might look kind of cool in white, but maybe I want to add color to them. And the outlines of my hair, looks like I'm missing some of that, so I can go ahead and hit that back arrow, drop my picture back in there, and I can keep working, go back to my tools, get to my drawing section. So I think I'm pretty happy with this. Again, I'm gonna double tap that picture and get my tools to pop up, and I'm going to delete it. It looks pretty good. There are some white areas in there, but it's going to function for what I need it to do. Now, all of the white space around me, that's where I'm going to come in and I'm going to continue editing. Again, this is Picasso, so Picasso used a lot of geometric shapes, a lot of big, bold shapes when he went into his cubism style. So I can come in here and pick colors. I might want to keep colors similar to what I've used, and I might make this very sloppy, and I don't really want to say sloppy, but show some of those lines in there so it looks more like a brush stroke using my crayon, and just kind of chunking sections of this paper with these more geometric, more or less squares and rectangles, creating a pattern and filling in my space. So that's one option. We can also use the paint tool and select some colors. Last year we went with completely different, so there's a lot of cool colors in my portrait. And so then for the background, using the paint tool, we kind of just created these geometric like shapes and started to fill in the space. And it's just kind of a personal preference. Just want to show you a couple different options that you have for your backgrounds. So using my paint tool, I just kind of created squares. Using one of the crayons or markers, I just kind of did these kind of rushed squares, creating a pattern for my background. You can play with the colors. Again, my face has, you know, a lot of greens and purples and yellows in it, and so it has more cool colors. So in choosing a background that has more warm colors, it's going to kind of separate it out and make them look a little bit different, as opposed to using the cool colors on the opposite side. Whichever choice you want for your background is fine. Look at the samples in your resource section, and then once you are done, we're going to need to export it so we can save it into Artsonia. So I'm going to come up here and I'm going to hit these three dots. And I'm going to come into Export, Images, and then I want to save it as a high quality JPEG. So I'll hit Export and Save Image. Now if I open up my photos, you will see that that picture is in my photos. And then that's going to make it easier when I come into Artsonia